Today I have a launch day treat for you as we take a look at the brand new GS-10B by Radioddity. That's coming up next. Welcome back to Matt Covers Tech. I'm your host Matt, and I'm glad you dropped by. Before we get into the review, I have just a little bit of channel news to share. In late August, early September, the channel crossed a new threshold and gained 3,000 subscribers. I have all of you to thank for this, and believe me, your views, comments, likes, and yes, subscriptions mean the world to me, so thank you. Also, on an unrelated note, YouTube was kind enough to send me this clapboard, which is going to be a permanent part of the studio from now on. I'm not sure why they chose me out of all the YouTubers making great content out there, but somebody likes me, and I very much appreciate it. This is the brand new Radioddity GS-10B, just released today on Radioddity's website, though I expect it will soon be on Amazon, if not already there. This radio was provided to me by Radioddity before the official release in exchange for this review, so I'd like to thank them for their consideration. The GS-10B is advertised as a 10-watt tri-band radio, meaning that it can transmit on the 2-meter, 70-centimeter, and 1.25-meter bands. As far as the 10 watts is concerned, I was able to achieve 7 watts on the 2-meter band, a little over 6 watts on the 70-centimeter band, and about 4.5 watts on the 1.25-meter band. Now that covers transmitting, but for receiving, it's able to pull in airband because it can receive AM signals, as well as NOAA weather radio in North America. It shares some features with other handheld radios on the market, like one key frequency copy, Bluetooth programming via smartphone app, and a 2500 milliamp hour battery along with USB-C charging and a 1.77-inch color TFT screen. That also means that it can be challenging to see it in bright sunlight. This is by no means unique to the GS-10B, but it's worth mentioning. Some of its unique features are dual push-to-talk buttons, dual knobs that adjust either volume, channel, or frequency, and for the internal features, it comes with transmit noise reduction that Radioddity says can reduce wind, crowd, and background noise. I didn't get a chance to test this because it really wasn't in any of those situations. And a feature we don't often see in analog amateur radios, voice scramble. Now, as a licensed ham, I have to tell you that in FCC Part 97, Subpart B, it states, and I quote, that no amateur station shall transmit messages encoded for the purpose of obscuring their meaning. To date, this is understood that as far as the FCC is concerned, encrypted or scrambled voice transmissions on the amateur bands are a no-no. So don't do that. Oh, and while we're talking about such things, the radio is unlocked, meaning it can transmit on Mars cap frequencies, which also means it can do that thing that we're not going to talk about here because it's naughty. The radio itself is pretty good looking, in my opinion. The speaker's hidden behind the keypad, but is plenty loud.
Frequency mode. On.
Cloudy. Lows in the mid-50s. South winds around 5 miles per hour. Tuesday, partly sunny in the morning, then mostly cloudy with showers likely.
And the PTT buttons are outlined in orange. It's also 2 C's thick, front to back, which you may or may not like. I like the fact that the primary PTT button is larger than the secondary one, making it easier to feel which channel will be keyed up. Both the second PTT button and the one underneath are customizable via the radio's menu or programming software. A nice touch. You can assign these as scan, transmit power, frequency copy, sub PTT, FM radio, SOS, or weather radio. It's up to you. When I connected it to the Tiny SA Ultra, the results were a mixed bag. On the 2-meter band, the radio had several spurs that were all too close to the fundamental in power, and well above the 25 microwatt limit that the FCC requires. However, on 70 centimeters, the radio really cleaned up, putting out a very strong signal and almost no spurs to be seen. On the 1.25 meter band, the story was strange in that I was seeing spurs, but the Tiny SA wasn't marking them as harmonics. So is this just noise? I'm not sure what to make of this, so go ahead and let me know your thoughts on this. In spite of the issues that I saw on the 2 and 1.25 meter bands, the GS-10B is perfectly usable on the 70cm band. Also, remember that you're getting an awful lot of extra features for a radio in this price range. Add to that the fact that it can actually receive AM airband radio, has 2 knobs on the top, I know it's a small thing but I like it, and has 2 customizable buttons on the side, and it sweetens the appeal. Maybe I'll make this a dedicated 70cm radio. I've heard 70cm repeaters are becoming more popular these days, but I don't know. Let me know if that's the case in your neck of the woods. Maybe Radioddity will fix the issues on the 2 and 1.25 meter bands. After all, the model I received is a pre-release version, and my experience has been that Radioddity has a pretty good track record for making clean radios. Obviously, this is going to be a use case specific, kind of radio, but what do you think? Is the GS-10B worth picking up? If you do decide that you'd like to pick one up for yourself, I've left an affiliate link in the video description. As of this video, it's not yet available on Amazon, but when it is, I'll add a link for over there as well. That's all for today. I'm Matt, and remember, when it comes to tech, I've got you covered.